This is the WWE SmackDown, October 10, 2025, full show results video, which takes place at RAC Arena in Perth, Australia. The show opened with footage from Riyadh, highlighting the Crown Jewel title belts being packed and sent to Perth for this weekend's event, with the Men's Crown Jewel Championship displayed under a glass case in the ring. Cody Rhodes entered and addressed the crowd, asking what they wanted to talk about, quickly turning the focus to his upcoming match with Seth Rollins. He acknowledged that Seth has framed their bout as more than a title defense, positioning it as a battle for the future of WWE. Cody admitted he initially joked about it, but after hearing Paul Heyman, understood the high stakes and compared Seth's role to his own at WrestleMania, suggesting Seth may be the one destined for sacrifice. He discussed leadership in WWE, emphasizing that the company has countless stars: Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Rhea Ripley, Jey Uso, and CM Punk, and that Seth isn't the only one capable of carrying the weight. As the crowd chanted Seth Rollins is a wanker, Cody commented humorously but stressed that Seth's ego drives him to see the world revolving around him. Cody concluded by declaring that in any era, Seth can't beat him, the one he'll be buried trying to overcome. Backstage, Stephanie Vaquer is approached by Chelsea Green, who praises La Primavera and offers Stephanie a spot in her faction, noting she wouldn't extend the same to Tiffany Stratton. Chelsea quickly leaves when Tiffany arrives. Stephanie reassures Tiffany that she has her back tonight and trusts Tiffany will do the same. They share a moment of mutual respect, with Stephanie saying, "May the best woman win tomorrow," and Tiffany agreeing, signaling their alliance and shared focus for the upcoming match. Backstage, Cody Rhodes encounters Jacob Fatu, who warns that once he's done with Seth Rollins, Cody is next. Cody calmly responds, "Okay," and walks away. Nick Aldis commends Fatu's decisiveness and invites him to his office. Before they move, Drew McIntyre ambushes Fatu, slamming him into a wall and storage cases. McIntyre attempts to ram a cart into Fatu, but Aldis intervenes. Fatu declines assistance and rises on his own. Then we saw a match between Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the Men's United States Championship. The match between Nakamura and Sami Zayn was a high-paced, back-and-forth contest filled with technical maneuvers and hard strikes. Nakamura initially dominated with wrist locks, knees, and suplexes, keeping Sami on the defensive. Sami responded with chops, forearms, a backbreaker, and a Michinoku driver, countering many of Nakamura's signature moves. Both men traded strikes and near falls, including attempts at the Hell of a Kick, Blue Thunder Bomb, and various suplexes. Ringside, Sami gained momentum with an exploder suplex and a Hell of a Kick into the barricade. Back in the ring, Nakamura hit Scorpio Rising for a near fall, but the match ended controversially when a masked man pulled Nakamura out of the ring. The referee saw the interference and called for the bell, leaving the contest unresolved and setting up further tension between the two competitors. The masked man interfering in the match is revealed as Tama Tonga. Moments later, Tonga, Tonga Loa, and JC Mateo unleash a brutal assault on Sami Zayn, also targeting Nakamura. Loa and Tala dominate with big boots, clotheslines, and a tour of the islands. Tala further levels Nakamura with a running back elbow. The segment concludes with Solo Sikoa, sans face paint, standing tall alongside the group, leaving both Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura incapacitated and establishing a powerful new alliance. Backstage, Nick Aldis informs Drew McIntyre he'll face Jacob Fatu next week, but Drew admits he attacked Fatu to teach him respect. Moments later, Fatu ambushes Drew, sparking a wild brawl that security quickly intervenes to break up. The next match happened between Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Vaquer versus Giulia and Kiana James. Kiana James and Stephanie Vaquer opened the match with Kiana attempting a cheap shot after a fake handshake. Vaquer countered with suplexes before Giulia tagged in, leading to a strong back-and-forth exchange. Giulia and Kiana isolated Vaquer with relentless double-team attacks, including a missile dropkick and repeated slams. Vaquer finally escaped and tagged Tiffany Stratton, who stormed in with a series of clotheslines, a spinebuster, and her signature Alabama Slam. Giulia re-entered with suplexes and knee strikes, but Tiffany and Vaquer fought back, hitting a butterfly facebuster on Giulia. After Vaquer's dive outside, Kiana nearly stole the win with a roll-up, but Tiffany countered, dropping her with a Finley Slam and sealing the victory with the prettiest moonsault ever. The two stand tall in front of the crown jewel belt and strike a pose. Backstage, Sol Ruca and Zarya discuss koalas before being interrupted by Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Charlotte boasts that facing her means stepping into her spotlight, while Alexa claims they're not ready. Zarya fires back, challenging them to a match to prove themselves. Charlotte accepts, but Alexa warns there'll be no mercy. As Sol and Zarya walk off, they awkwardly bump into each other, prompting Alexa to remark that they're not even on the same page before leaving with Charlotte. The next match happened between Wyatt 6 versus the Street Profits for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Before the match starts, Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis ambush the Street Profits. Dawkins fights back with a series of powerful moves, including a corkscrew elbow and a wacky double pounce. Gacy and Lumis regain control with a suplex neckbreaker combo and double-team attacks. Ford eventually tags in, delivering a burst of offense and a crossbody for a near fall. The Profits hit Revelation, but chaos erupts as Nikki Cross and B-Fab get involved. Eric Rowan confronts B-Fab, leading to a wild sequence with dives and strikes. Dawkins lands the anointment and sets up Ford for the 7-star frog splash, but Lumis saves Gacy. Gacy and Lumis counter with the Plague on Ford, securing the victory over the Street Profits. After the match, Solo Sikoa and his crew enter the ring, confronting both teams. Solo steps between them, establishing dominance with his calm yet commanding presence. Nikki Cross boldly gets in Solo's face, refusing to back down. Despite the tension, Solo maintains composure and firmly orders everyone to stand down, asserting control over the chaotic scene. Backstage, Kathy Kelly interviews The Miz about turning on Carmelo Hayes. Miz explains he genuinely believed in Carmelo's potential and tried to mentor him, but Hayes disrespected him by saying he was done. Miz boasts about his WWE success, declaring, "Everything I shine on turns into a star. I am the spotlight." He says Carmelo got close but couldn't keep up. Miz then shifts his frustration toward Kathy, criticizing her professionalism and sarcastically noting that no one even wished him a happy birthday. In the main event of the show, we saw a last man standing match between Damian Priest versus Aleister Black. Aleister Black and Damian Priest clashed in a brutal, no-holds-barred war filled with chaos and violence. Priest took early control, battering Black with forearms, kicks, and steel steps before tossing him across ringside. Black fought back with stiff knees and sharp strikes, slamming Priest into barricades and hitting a Meteora onto the steps. Both men refused to quit, trading kendo stick shots and devastating blows. Priest nearly ended it with a razor's edge onto the announce table, then delivered another for extra punishment, but Black kept beating the referee's count. The fight spilled into the crowd, where Priest executed a massive broken arrow off a platform onto a heavy box. Zelina Vega appeared, seemingly pleading for the violence to stop. As Priest prepared to finish the match, Black suddenly struck with a blinding fireball, followed by a crushing black mass that sent Priest crashing through a table below. The referee's 10 count sealed it. Aleister Black stood victorious after one of the most savage battles of the night. After the match, Black and Zelina Vega celebrate together, standing tall as they look down at the wreckage and what Black just did to Priest, and the show goes off the air. How would you rate this week's WWE SmackDown show? Tell me in the comments, and thanks for watching.